Man's unhappiness. Man's unhappiness, as I construe, comes from his greatness. It is because there is an infinite in him, which with all his cunning he cannot quite bury under the finite. From the Greeks onwards, infinity was regarded with suspicion. Realizing the dangers of adding up infinite series, a trick was employed to avoid ever dealing with infinity itself. Instead of trying to work out the sum of a series that goes on forever, a finite series was used, one that had a known number of terms. So instead of saying, for instance, that the sum of our friend was actually 2, the approach was taken that the sum of a finite part of a series can be made as close as you like to 2 without ever actually reaching it. Have I lost you? No. What everyone is learning is that nothing can compare to infinity. You can come as close as you like, but nothing will ever match our greatness. Now, at WrestleMania, Bomber, we went to war. We fought. We bled. You sandwiched me in barbed wire and did what you do best. Except, you see, Bomber, what you do best is not good enough to beat me, and what I do best is good enough to beat you. I knew I couldn't beat you one-on-one, just brawling. We all knew that. I've never won a death match, Bomber. I've won Hell in a Cell. I've won violent matches, yes. But I've never won a death match. Meanwhile, you've won over 10! You're the king of the death match. Well, now there's a new king. Because I beat you. I beat Bastion on my birthday. I beat you at WrestleMania. I am 3-0, one of very few on the grandest stage of them all. And I took everything that makes you you and made it mine. But we're done with this. We're done with that. And for now, we're done with this. See, because not only am I essential services, but our entire industry is. So, I'm here to stay. So, where does that take us now? Well, obviously, I am the king of the deathmatch. I beat you at your own game, Bomber. I am the uncrowned. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I apparently said it so loud that everybody involved with management decided to do something about it and started the King of the Ring tournament. It's the greatest of the greats. All the heavy hitters are there. And Cam Popplestone. You see, that's my first round opponent. I didn't want to have to put an asterisk on this for having an easy way through, but Cam, I'm sorry. That's what you've got to be. We faced off at the first ever event and I beat you. We fought side by side, we fought against each other. But I'm going to beat you again. I will go on to face potentially Beer Me Jesus at some point in the tournament and defeat him and prove again why I am the uncrowned. But the important thing to remember here is I will be the uncrowned for only so long, because eventually I will be the king of the ring. And with that, a called shot at opportunity will be mine, and I will take the World Championship. Now, WrestleMania saw Beer Me Jesus retain. And Tino, as much as I wanted you to win for your own stupid reason of wanting to get vengeance on you for eliminating me from the Rumble, and I mean, that's what the record books say. Bomber did it, but you stole my win. You stole my moment. You took it and ran with it and failed. No, instead, you lost. You lost, and Beer Me Jesus is still the world champion, and we will have our time. When I beat him in the tournament, they'll see that I'm worthy of the title shot. But, at WrestleMania, a blood feud occurred with competitors going head to head very violently in Hell in a Cell with no ring. And it was the talk of the show. And that was Love is Hell in a Cell. Except now, Broken Nerd has gone ahead and tried to steal my thunder by doing the same thing on a movie set with soundstage in a cage. Now, the Alpha Dog, you may have defeated him and destroyed him, taken him down on a movie set with some fake trickery, and he wasn't familiar with stuff, and you're going for your role, the role that you lost and the role that you still want to try and have. And I mean, as far as things go, the franchise nearly died because of you. They had box office problems and wanted to bring things around by getting a JRPL superstar like yourself. Except when this injury happened, they had to go elsewhere, and they've turned things down, and who knows what'll happen now with the way the world is. But all I know is that things happen outside of your control when you're someone like me. Now, you want to steal my thunder, nerd. You want to steal my thunder with soundstage in a cage. You want to go after the ultraviolet title, which you've had before. Nerd, I've had the tag titles and the Road Warrior title. I've said it before, I've said it again. Doesn't matter if it's 5 days, or 25 days, or 2 years, or 1 month. You hold the gold, you're the champion for immortality. For infinity. I want the ultraviolet title. Well, let me correct that. I don't want that garbage, but I want to hold it at least once. And I think after having beaten Bomber, the king of ultraviolence, at his own game, I think it's only fair that I have my opportunity. And then you come rumbling back in, wanting your title back. And it's Hiro Shin Moses. Hiro, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's never personal. It's only about whoever holds the gold. And believe me, the only gold I truly care about right now is the World Championship. Yeah, I'd like to have the Road Warrior title again. Yeah, I'd like to have the tag title again. I'd love to have the Top Block title someday, but right now my girl Red has it. So the Ultraviolet title is the way that I prove my WrestleMania run towards the world title. Because last year when I did that, I took the Road Warrior title during it, on the way to having a showdown with Lee, and then the world title match that was almost not ever given to me because you, Hiro, tried to shut it all down. Kill the league. And yet it lives on thanks to me. Thanks to me, this all survived. Thanks to me, this all lives. Thanks to me, you're back as a champion. Which means you hold the gold. Normally it's not personal, but this one is. So Hiro, I hope you hold on to that just a little while longer. Because after I beat Broken Nerd, and Nerd, let's make this interesting and I'll prove my point. Let's make it a hardcore match. I'm the new king. After I beat Nerd, I'm coming for you, Hiro. Because there's only one real, true hero in the JRPL. And that is me, the hero. So, Broken Nerd, I will defeat you at my own game. And then Hiro, I will take your title and carry that piece of garbage around and give it the respect it finally deserves in some of the most brutal matches anyone can ever imagine. Standard rules. And then I'll win the King of the Ring tournament, be uncrowned no longer, and take my world title from Beer Me as well, because I will have eliminated him from the tournament on the way. Everybody else, don't bother. We've said this before, this is my story. And clearly, this is the narrative we're in. But let me put it into terms that you might understand. Broken nerd. Something that you're familiar with now. Something you saw in the press kits that you were leaning towards. Something that you had ideals of and thought you might have known. This is my part of the story. You'll get your part next. You'll get to say your thing. And then I'll come back and overcome the villain. So, this is the end of my part. That's where we'll cut.